Let's say we take a video, and I give you a video, and I show you a movie, okay? Go through all the details, all that stuff, okay? 1 year later, you watch that same video, and now you're ready because you didn't have A, B, and C. Now you got A, B, and C. Now you're ready for the technique and all the details of it, okay? So just because the move right now doesn't work, it's just you just ain't ready for you just don't have all the other stuff. You know, just like, it's like, what can I do from a closed guard? Get punched in the face, you know? No, there's a lot of stuff, but for you to do something from a closed guard, you gotta open up, you know? You gotta roll your place guard, you know? So work on your side control escapes, okay? Make sense? All right, perfect. Let's start doing some jiu-jitsu. What do you guys want to drill? What do you want to work on? I want to show some fun stuff. So. Me personally, I really don't care. The uniform don't make me, you know. My only problem with jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu with the gi, is that me personally, I like to roll full submissions, and jiu-jitsu guys are, for some reason in the rules, are so afraid of leg locks and stuff. So the uniform don't really matter. The clothing doesn't matter. Because it doesn't change the way I roll. I roll the same. Look at my fingers. I don't have those funky fingers like the people with from gripping the gi, you know? I don't grip the gi. I work overhooks and underhooks. Because I see that when I start gripping the gi, you get that pump going. But if I work overhooks and underhooks, I don't get my arms all tired out. So the uniform don't really matter to me. What do I prefer to roll? Don't matter. I prefer the rules of advanced no gi because I can do full submissions. So if you said, hey, but you need to be able to roll both. You can't, this is the exact thing we were talking about right over there sitting there. If you have to, oh man, I'm going to do a no gi match. I don't even know how to do no gi. Well, that's your own fault, you know. What does the uniform have to do with, you know, if you look at the ground techniques, you can do an armbar with or without the gi. The only thing that the gi, I mean, it's good for the grips and stuff, but the lapel choke, I mean, that's the only things that really change, you know, is that it takes away your chokes and you're holding, you know, but you got to be able to roll both, you know. I learned once I put the gi on, it was a great thing, you know, because I was a no-gi guy for. When I started jiu-jitsu, there wasn't schools like there was. Like, I had to go all the way to Pomona. I mean, that was the closest good school, is either go to San Diego with the Lions Den guys, or go all the way to Pomona with Millennium and all those guys here. Go to Whittier, Rodrigo Maderos was over there. There wasn't a lot of schools, you know? So you don't have like the Starbucks of jiu-jitsu like now. So like you had to like put some effort in if you wanted to train. You know, it was 77 miles from my house to the school. I was there every single day. And it was very important to me because I really wanted to learn how to ground fight. Okay? That school was a MMA school. Okay? I didn't even know there were, like, I knew that there were belts, but it didn't like even register to me. And then I moved up to Fresno, and I called into a school, and I was very honest, you know. I trained, this is how long I've trained, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. They throw me a gi. I'm like, okay, cool, put it on. Here's a gi, put on a gi. It's the first time I ever put on a gi. All right, roll with this dude. It's their, back then, IBJJF was only doing tournaments in Brazil. They hadn't came to the United States now. And at that time, they called it mundials back then. You know, nobody ever was IBJJF. They just called it mundials. And they had me go with their guy that, I don't remember if he was second or first or second at the mundials. And that was my first experience rolling. He was a purple belt at the time. That was my first time rolling with the gi. You know? It doesn't matter how the match went. Because what happens in training stays in training. But the uniform didn't matter. I was fine. Even my first time rolling, I just, you know, just like, okay, time to get my neck, keep my head down like we're supposed to. You know, uniform don't matter. So, what would I prefer to train? Honestly, a lot of times I prefer to train with the gi on because people are stinky and nasty. So it kind of like to protect me because I'm kind of a freak about smell and stuff. And so, but me personally, I prefer probably to compete no gi, mainly because of the rules. If we can go full submissions, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, man. You know? Oh, heck yeah, why not? I know it's out, you know? If I get caught, I get caught. You know? So that's my opinion on it. The uniform don't really matter. What you're wearing doesn't matter. It's just the rules. It's what the rules are. So if we can go full submissions and stuff, I don't care if we go gi or no gi, if we were competing, you know. Because you gotta be able to roll both, you know. I don't have those funky fingers because I don't really grip the gi like that, you know. I roll just fine with being a no gi guy in the gi, you know. I teach most of the time. I teach gi jiu-jitsu, but I usually don't even wear a gi. These guys will tell you. It's very rare to see me in a gi. But I'll roll just fine, you know. I lost all the pants. You know, I don't have a plethora of gis. I don't have like, these guys have like 30 gis, man. I've had like 4 in my whole career. 17, 16 years of jiu-jitsu. Yes, sir.
I had a question.
I bet you have a lot of good questions too.
Yeah, I just had a question on the technique.
Absolutely, let's see it.
Um,
Come out here and show me. Come do it.
Well,
show me what you do. I can't correct it.
arm triangle from side control.
Okay.
Because I can sometimes I can get this part, but I can't get the finish.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you see how?
I muscle it. But,
did you see how Josh Barnett did Dean Lister? That was freaking amazing. Yeah. Oh, you didn't see it?
No, sir.
Oh my gosh! You know, Dean Lister hadn't been tapped in like 15 years, and Josh Barnett caught him in that arm triangle. Woo, baby, that's a scary place to get it. Okay, so come here. Okay. You know how to set it up and all that stuff. So you're good.
I sometimes getting him to to get underneath the arm, sometimes they smash my head down. So honestly, sometimes I muscle my way through it, but I don't want to punch.
It is a big guy technique. You see, like that was one of the techniques that a lot of. I mean, you got this set up where you come across here and you cross over and all that stuff. And, you know, you got all your stuff. So let's say you already know and you're already there. Okay. So finishing of the arm triangle. Okay. I can tell you're painting. You weren't wearing a mask. I can see all. Yeah, I can see all the paint in your nose. Okay. There's 2 different. So you got your gable type grip, okay, and then you got your rear naked choke type position. Careful. Okay. Use your head to get the arm where it needs to be. Okay. Okay. Now, if you watch what Josh Barnett did, is he does the one where he does it's kind of a back neck crack also. So you go here, and then you sit through, and then you switch up like that. And it's brutal, dude. So he gets you on both sides because it compresses your ribs, compresses your neck, and submits you. Okay? So here we go. You should know I'm trying to everybody. He's not there yet, huh? Okay? So here's what I'm talking about. Here's the gable grip one. So look at my hand. Look at my hand. Okay? Here's the gable grip. It'd be hard because you have really broad shoulders, so it'd be hard for me. I'd probably stay gable grip. You know? Use your head. Your head, come here, you're pretty big size, good size dude. So get to your arm triangle position on him. So no, you do it. Because you're the one who want to work on it, so you do it. Okay? So get that. Purpose. Okay? Perfect. Yeah. Now take this hand and put it right on top of his head. Okay? Now, if you sit through the modified scarf or stay knees tight, if you're going to go knees tight, you want to turn your body like this and then go tighter in this way.
Tighter this?
That's modified scarf though. That's sitting through. Like drive forward like you're driving into it. Yeah, but like watch, okay? So, do you like to sit through or do you like to stay knees tight? finish?
Just making, I'm still learning.
You're still kind of learning? Okay, perfect. So what I'm talking about is you come here. If you want to stay knees tight, you want to come like that. Boom. If you're going to sit through, hip down. If your head comes up, that's where you're losing the position. Make sense? So if you're going to go knees tight, okay, you almost want to keep rotating them like this. He's not. He's like, God damn, can do that again. Me rotating with my knees tight right there, like takes your whole body and it starts turning. So, okay? So you can sit down, big man. What was your name? Ron. Okay. All right. So get your arm triangle on. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Where I tell you to put your hand on. Yeah, on top. For a second, bring it in. Okay. Now let's sit through the modified scarf. So sit through. Boom. Now keep your head down. Keep your head down. Now just squeeze.
See, that's what I'm not getting.
But your head isn't. See what I mean?
See, I'm still not getting.
Yeah, but now all you gotta do is just like. Okay. So get here. You're in this grip. Okay, I'm gonna stay in this grip just because. So right here. Now watch. I'm gonna do is just. I'm gonna put my weight. I'm gonna shift my weight just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna lift them just a little bit, just like that. Okay.
Don't worry. So, feel good?
Well, it doesn't matter. You got your longer body, so I kind of go over and naked choke. Okay, so right there, put that on top, sit through. Good. Okay, you're right here. Now shift your weight. Just put your weight a little bit. No, your hip light. Here, go down. Sit down. Okay, right here. Okay, so I'm here. Now watch. I'm going to shift my weight a little bit on them. So just shift your hip a little bit more onto him. Yeah, but you didn't like. Okay. So I'm here. Now watch. Okay. So I'm here. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna shift my weight just a little bit up onto him. Now, boom. So just shift your weight a little bit up onto him a little bit. Tiny. Now just. Watch out. You're gonna give yourself sweat though. Get down. It's okay. You just have to keep on working on it. You know? That should be a bread and butter to me for your big dude. You know? Oh, yeah. Good thinking, my man. Dang it, dude, they got beer defense. So, it's just your body positioning. It doesn't matter if you're gable grip or that rear naked choke, but the hand needs to, that hand is better. I found that on this technique it's better here. And then I can, here I don't have as much. As soon as I go there, you tell them I get the pressure. I'll try, but you're pretty broad shoulders, so I don't know how to okay. So here's what we're doing right here. Well, just for me, see how much it changes? My hand coming up on top. Yeah. But you need to keep your head down so you don't get sweat. Well, it's not really rolled sweat. Well, it doesn't matter what it is. He doesn't get an escape on it. Okay? Make sense though? Okay? And it's your body placement. You're, I think you're a little too far down. I think you're probably too far down. Like, you're a little bit too far away. Here, you have to find a sweet spot. You want to put your hip, like, right at their ribs, right there. You want to get that, like, my hip, so that means my body has to get off the ground just a little bit. If I get too high, I get rolled. If I'm too far away, you can take me that way. So there's a sweet spot. I put my hip right there, and see, I just right here. Oh, I just give him a little bit of love, you know, sit him up a little bit. Okay, and that's what it is. I think that it's just your body placement. One, the grip, and two, just your body placement. I think you're sitting too far away. Now you'll have to play with it, and then next time we meet up, and we'll do it again and see. You'll have to play with some of those positions and see if that helps you with it. You know, because you're gonna have to play with it, a lot of muscle memory. But that hand right there, yeah, I think it's very crucial. You don't have a beard now, so you're going to do it on him. The power of the beard is no joke, dude. It is no joke. So put him in the arm triangle. Perfect. Boom. Get that right up on top. Okay. Now you got to decide now. Are you going to go knees tight or are you going to go through the modified scarf? Perfect. Sit through. Boom. Get that. Get him down now. Okay. Okay. Now to apply the pressure right there. Okay. So, see the pressure doesn't go that way. It goes like here. See, yeah. Make sense? Yeah. Good job. You have to play with the stuff. You're going to have to spend some time. You're going to have to spend some time playing with it because it's a great technique. That's still one of the moves that if I was going to say like the moves that I was most likely to get tapped with, that's probably like almost number one on the list. It's a big dude with the arm triangle. That's pretty hard to stop if someone gets you in that, you know. So. Boss Ruben, actually, if you look it up, he just put out an amazing video of how to get out of an arm triangle. I knew it. I just picked up one thing from it though that I didn't realize. Okay, so he gets you in an arm triangle. So he rocks you up and you go here. Okay, and so now he can't submit. Okay, so what I would usually do is I would just usually wait, because then someone would switch to try to get to this arm, and then I would do the arm bar defense and all that stuff. Okay, but Boss actually showed, the video just popped up within the last week or two. He showed the final part that I didn't know, which was awesome. So here's the defense. Now, it's uncomfortable, but not going to get submitted. Ready? And then he goes 1, 2, 3, he goes, boom! And brings that back down, and then he starts working it. It's freaking awesome. You should look it up. You know, Boss Ruben, arm triangle defense video. Go through that whole series. But I had I had everything but the final boom swim. And because put me in arm triangle. So now you need to submit, but I didn't have that boom throwing that down. So look at that, it's amazing. So you gotta have both sides of it. You know? What's your favorite move of all? Arm bar from where?
Guard.
Perfect.
Turtle. Both of those.
Perfect. Okay? Do your best move. Do your favorite move. Anywhere.
Well, we can see it, Johnny. Slow it down.
Yes.
Oh, he's one of those. Yeah. Slow it down a little bit, Johnny.
Okay, so let's see your best move. Okay? Perfect. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful arm bar. Okay? Okay, don't worry about the finish. You're there. Okay? Let's say this guy pulls that arm out. No. Oh, you can finish omoplatas? Can you show me then? Because last time I seen anybody finish omoplatas, it's been a while. Very low success rate. Not too many people, but that is good though, okay? The point of it is take your favorite move. This is how you're going to start learning combos. This is how I taught myself so many moves. Is I would take my favorite move, get to it, see how the guy would defend, and then I would go right back and forth. Offense, defense, offense, defense, offense, defense. Okay? So I would take something like, let's say somebody did a technique on me, and it worked. Passed my guard. So then I needed to learn that. I needed to learn that move because it worked. So there's a kink in my arm. So first thing I had to do, I had to offensively learn that technique. Okay? Now, I'll show you how, just an example, okay? So, the guy would go just like this. Boom, hop up, boom, hit me here, boom, and here, step over, pass my guard. Okay? I'm like, damn, that worked really good. He passed my guard quick. So I needed to learn the move. So I spent the next 6 months teaching myself every single detail of this move, okay? I'm going to make it very simple for you. I'm going to put you there, and this is how the easiest way I get. I push my leg. You come down underneath it, now you're trapped. Okay? I take my hand here, boom, hit you here. I put my cat pole into the ground. Here, scoop this, house guard, okay? Now, then I had to then spend the next 6 months stopping that. Then I had to spend the next 6 months. So you just keep going back and forth. And that's how you're going to learn a lot of moves, is you're going to have to teach yourself. So take your favorite move, do your favorite move, your favorite series, get to where, let's say it's a submission. We're not doing sweeps right now, we're doing submissions. But take your favorite move, do it, get to where they would defend. Okay? So let's get back to your favorite move. Okay, so hit that arm bar again. Okay, so we know you got an open plot. Cool, awesome. Okay? So, boom, pulls his arm out again. Perfect. Okay? Okay, so you already did a little plot, so now do something different. Switch your triangle. Perfect. Boom. Okay? Awesome. They told you to slow down, you're going too fast. And we ain't in the championships right now. Okay? So get to the position again. Okay? Okay, so get to your arm bar again. That's perfect. That's fine. You go to the other side. Go now. Okay? So now, no plata, no triangle. I didn't know you to pass, so I don't know what you're doing. What's the next move? Do it then. Cool. Perfect. Alright? Now do something else. Perfect. That's what I want you to see. That's how you're going to get. The only difference between a blue, purple, brown, black belt, by the time you hit your purple belt, you pretty much have your game, how you're going to roll, and a lot of the techniques. Now you have to just start flowing your series and fine-tuning the moves. That's the only difference. Okay? So you need to take your best move. Come here, little man. Push him in. Okay, come put him on guard. Okay, perfect. So I have this arm bar. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? He pulls that arm out. Okay? I got this technique from Chris Brennan. I would watch him roll, and he would do amazing stuff. Cross right over, right here, boom. And you got the arm bar that way. Okay? So there's a lot more. So, like I have a series of submissions that I like to do. I'm going to give you a flowing series, okay? I started coming up, I've probably been equal to at the time of equal to a blue belt. I was a no-gi guy, but I've probably been equal time of put your head down and then you bring it back up. Okay? So, right here, I open up, I go, come on. He locks his arms around my body, and he stops it, okay? So, what does most people do? They abandon, they start all the way over, and they go all the way back to their closed guard. We already addressed it. There's really nothing to do in closed guard, okay? What can I do from this position? Sweep. Come on, sweep. Perfect, okay? What else can I do? Yeah, guillotine right there. Boom. Okay? It's right there. Okay? Now, let's say I can't finish the guillotine. What's the next thing I can do? Obviously, we already addressed the sweep there. Okay? We're not resetting. We're not going back to close guard. That's pointless. There's an arm right here. Straight arm. Okay? Here we go. I start to go. He turns. He brings his arm back in. Boom! I go to the arm bar. He pulls this out. I go to the triangle. He defends that. And so what you do is you just start adding all the moves that you know, start adding them together so that they flow together. So the Kimura can flow into a guillotine, to a straight arm lock, to a regular arm lock, to a triangle. I didn't teach you any new moves. You already knew every one of those. Learn how to flow them together. Learn how to, you gotta go offense, defense, offense, defense, offense, defense. So, what was the last move, the last time you rolled, what'd you get tackled? It's not a collar choke problem, it's a mount defense problem. It's a replacing problem. Okay? Back to what we were talking about earlier. Got to work on you're replacing with your guard and stuff, you know. If you would have said it was a guard, then that's a choke problem, obviously, because you're got from the guard, you know. You got choked from the guard. That's not a defensive problem of like a dominant defensive problem. It's the choke defense, you know, when you get head down and stuff. So it just matters where the technique's coming from, what you need to work on. But you gotta start flowing your moves together, flow your techniques together. Okay? So go down, go into the guard. Okay? So do your favorite move from your guard right now. Okay, you do it. Perfect. I'll go see your stuff too. Perfect. Do your favorite move that. What would you do? Okay, you guys are gonna roll, so close your guard. Perfect. What would be your first move? What would you do? Perfect. You're gonna go scissors. Okay. Perfect. You think that's a good idea on this big guy?
Well, I'm a little scabbier, so I can probably get myself out.
Okay. You gotta realize that. Me personally, I probably, if I was gonna try to scissor sweep him, I would never be able to scissor sweep him, but I would use it for something else. But it ain't gonna work because.
I feel more vulnerable if I gave him that chance to smash me.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna get smashed as soon as you go scissor sweep on him. He's gonna tripod on you. He's gonna go head down, butt up, and he's gonna start circling. I promise you. Every big dude does. You know. Okay. Let's go again. Don't do scissor sweep. Not a good idea on a big dude. Unless you got another sweep, or you think you're just gonna out scramble him.
Maybe go to spider.
Perfect. Do it. I'm not a spider guard, but that's cool. Perfect. That's a lot better of a position than that scissor sweep position on him. Because that's where he's gonna pass from. He was like, yeah, I like that. Go there, go to that scissor.
No,
This is way better.
for big guys.
That's way better than what you first did. That first one, I guarantee he would have went head down, butt up, and started to pass. I guarantee you would, because every big dude, that's their pass right there. They got two passes. They're either gonna smash you or stack you up, you know? Okay? So let's see another technique.
See, I don't play close guard much at all. To be honest with you.
Well, that's a problem then. If you're not playing guard that much. I didn't say you had to keep your guard closed, so. You know. If you wrestle, then obviously then, you know.
I prefer to back up and start this way.
So you think you can take every single person down?
I wouldn't say every person, but yeah, I'm pretty confident once it comes.
Yeah? I'm not. And I wrestled for 14 years. And I'm not that confident that I could out-wrestle. I mean, there's dudes out there that, you know, honestly, what you need to work on is on your back. On your back. Never leave your back right now. For the next 3 years, stay on your back. Learn your guard.
Some guys they don't like going on their back. They'll say, oh, fine, take me down.
That's what I spent probably 10 years working my guard before I even started worrying about my top game. I already had top game. I was a wrestler, you know. I started at 6 years old wrestling. I already had top game. I just worked my guard. I was just every day. You know, and these guys will tell you, the number one thing I'm good at, sweeping. Okay? I need to know two things, sweeping and passing. Okay? Because if I can sweep and I can pass, am I not always in a dominant position? Okay? Sweeping and passing, sweeping and passing. Those are the two things that you need to work the most on. Work on your sweeps and work on your passing. Okay? So you're a top guard, you're a wrestler, okay?
Maybe butterfly guard.
Perfect, butterfly would be amazing. Let's see some sweeps. I want to see your sweeps.
Sweep or can I arm back or something?
Anything you want. Anything but submission. Perfect. You jump the back, yeah, you would have got dumped, it wouldn't have worked, don't jump the back. Work where you're at, you're so high, this dude's like, oh man, I'll pull you right over. Okay? You rely on your scrappiness right now, you know, you're scrappy, you're fast, you're strong, you got cardio, all that stuff, and then, and your technique's like, you know, you're scrambling too much. Scrambling, it's not, you have to have educated scrambles. Scrambles with predetermined outcomes. I will scramble somebody, but I already have predetermined where we're going to end up. So you might think it's a free scramble. It's not a free scramble. I already had a predetermined outcome. Okay? So work on your guard. Forget the top. You don't need it. You told me you're confident you can take everybody down. Okay? Work on your guard. Oh, there's a lot. Trust me, there's a lot. There's some amazing dudes out there. There's 13-year-old kids right now that could tap grown men that black belts probably. You know, there's some stone cold killers out there. So work on your guard. Just spend all your time working on your guard, working on everything off your back, and just stay on your back. Okay? You know what I'm going to tell you?
Replace my guard.
No? You work on all top game. You're a blue belt. You obviously got something going. You got something going.
Yeah, it's a good guard.
You got a good guard, okay? Now, as soon as you learn the top game, what that's going to do is going to teach you now how to, it's going to make your guard better. You learning the top game is going to make your guard better. You learning your guard is going to make your top game better. Because now you have confidence, okay? If I learned how to wrestle, it would make my boxing better. Because now I'm not afraid to get taken down. Okay? So if you watch boxers when people that are crossing over into MMA and they're a dominant striker, they're striking stocks when they come over to MMA because they don't know how to wrestle, so they're afraid to let their hands go. But as soon as they learn some defense, then all of a sudden, take someone like Damian Maya, okay? Go watch his first MMA fights when he crossed over, and it wasn't really that good. But ever since he started working on his striking, man, his game, Jacare came so freaking far just because he's.
Number 2, by the way, not
Jacare is going to be the champion. Jacare is a monster, dude. As soon as Jacare learned how to strike, it made his jiu-jitsu better. Does that make sense? That by learning one other thing, why is John Jones so good? Why did he come out so fast, so good? Yes, he is athletic and all that stuff. He knew